Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to be playing with new product. The one and the star of the show, I almost dropped it, is going to be by Makeup by Mario, and these are his new concealers. Super excited to play with them to see how they feel, what they do, if they're worth it. So yeah, we're also going to be pairing with his foundation and his shadows and stuff. So almost a full face of Mario, but not quite. So yeah, if you would like to see how these concealers perform and if you should get them, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we're going to prime the skin using the Too Faced Plump and Prime Primer. You guys know I really love this primer. It's almost time for a new one. Alright, so for foundation, I'm just going to be mixing both of his foundations. The first one in 24N, and I'm going to mix it with 25W. Now, as I stated before, when I first initially tried out his foundations, I do not have to mix. I just kind of like to mix. My perfect shade is 24N, and then for summertime, my perfect shade, if I have a little bit of a tan, is 25W. So I don't have to mix at all. I have a perfect shade in his foundation. I just choose to. Okay, so I'm not gonna do a cream bronzer like should I do it? Yes. I'm gonna cream contour using the Patrick Ta cream bronzer, and she's chiseled. And I'm gonna take the cream and just press it around the sides of my face. When I first initially used this one, I wasn't crazy about it, so I guess this is me trying it again. Alright, now on to the stars of the show. I grabbed two of the concealers from Makeup by Mario. One that's a little bit more natural and one just to kind of like glam it up. So the colors that I got were 46O and 38O. So I'm going to swatch them so you can see how they look side by side. This is what his packaging looks like. Just same clean white aesthetics like his rest of his packaging. One thing I can say that I really don't like is like the sticker on the back. I feel like mine is lifting, or it's gonna lift. I'm just not crazy about it. I wish he would have did it the same way he did the Makeup by Mario. So this one right here is 46O. This one is 38O. So we're gonna start off with the 46O. So it did pick up a lot of product on the wand. I did not have to go back in and double dip. So I like that. I like that a lot. Let's blend this one out before we brighten with the second one so you guys can kind of see how the 46O looks by itself. Alright, so this is the concealer blended out with just one layer. It definitely is very natural. On the camera, I feel like it's appearing a little bit brighter than it is in person. I feel like in person it's a little bit more subdued. It's not as vibrant. But I do love how it looks on camera. I feel like my skin looks like skin. And remember in my first video when I was talking about Makeup by Mario, I was saying how I feel like his foundation is a foundation that you can literally wear with just it by itself. You don't need concealer, you don't need bronzer. You can literally put that this foundation on and it looks flawless. I feel like this concealer gives me the same type of vibes. Like his foundation definitely didn't need a concealer, but this pairs very well with it, just with one layer. So let's apply one more layer to build it up, and then we'll brighten with the 38O. I love how creamy it feels. It just glides on. Okay, now we're gonna brighten to glam it up with the 38O. This medium coverage buildable formula conceals even the darkest under eye circles. All the shades are crease proof and long wearing with a self-setting formula that locks in with a natural skin-like finish. Caffeine visibly depuffs, tighten, and smooth skin for an awakened look. So that's Mr. Mario's claims. This has been sitting on my hand for a second. It says it's self-setting. I mean, it's starting to set. I don't know if it would be self-setting. It says crease proof. So I don't agree with the crease proof because we all have fine lines underneath our eyes. So it's gonna settle into those. It's even on my lid where it is kind of creasing, like you can see. So I'm not gonna give it that. That's definitely not it. It is still very pretty underneath the eyes, but as far as like self-setting and crease proof, I ain't going with that part now. But nonetheless, I still like it. So let's go ahead and set it. I'm going to set it with the Sephora translucent setting powder, and we're just gonna set underneath the eyes. I'm just gonna use like, oh wait, before we set, I wanted to try this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium number 2 again, because last time we tried it on top of the foundation and stuff after we set. So I want to try it before we set anything on the cheeks. So I think I locked it. Yep. So let's go ahead and try this one before we get to setting. I wanted to do cream blush. This is Danessa. Oh, Jesus, I done like scraped it. Ugh. This is the Danessa Myricks blush. Yummy Skin and Jubilee. You guys know that I love these blushes. So I'm just gonna go into this and then kind of blend over my cheek with that. With the Yummy Skin and the Charlotte Tilbury. And just kind of go over it all together. Even on the bridge, even here. Alright, so now it's set. Alright, so we're going to set the rest of the face using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I'm choosing this powder just because I know the Makeup by Mario foundation is more on the natural glowy side. So to kind of keep that luminosity but still set the face, this mineralized powder is phenomenal. I love this powder. It is definitely one of my ride or dies. So let's go ahead and set. Alright, so I'm going to bronze the skin. I'm going to be using my Sephora powder in number 6, Ibiza. Alright, so I'm going to deepen up the contour using that same Patrick Tar, why I keep calling him Tar? Patrick Tar bronzer, the cream and the powder. I'm going to go into the powder and kind of see how I like it again. I really honestly don't remember if I liked it or not. So we don't see, or if I need to declutter. Pause that. Alright, so we're going to move on to the eyes. We're going to keep the eyes super simple because we are here for the concealer. We have reviewed his foundation and his shadows and his lips. So we're going to keep the eyes short, sweet, and cute so we can get back to the concealer. So I'm going to go in with his matte palette, and I'm going to just use, I think I'm going to use this warm one. So matte number 9. Then I'm gonna switch over to his Ethereal Lights palette. I'll leave this linked above where we tried this out. And I think I wanna go in with E12 and just place this on the outer parts of the eye. So right here. Back into the mattes palette, and then go back into number 9 and mix it with a little bit of 10 and soften my. So I think I want to add a little like sparkle. I'm gonna use this one. We're gonna go back into Ethereal, and I'm gonna do Ethereal E8, and I'm gonna top it off with E10. So I'm gonna dust it just kind of in the front part of the lid. Like this. I love, okay, here, so here's tea. I brought this palette initially. I'll leave it linked up above. Did a review. I was like, okay, it's okay. It's not the greatest palette of life. Do we need it? No. Is it nice to have it added? Great. I feel like the colors go a little bit cooler. So that was like my thing with it. It was okay. And then I used it on, I used this palette on like clients, and I was like, the shimmers are, oh, no girl. I don't want shimmer there. The shimmers are definitely very wet looking. So initially for me, I was like, okay, this would be like the perfect bridal palette because it's so light, it's so airy. The colors they're on the cooler side. I just felt like all of these would be great wedding colors because they look so wet on the eye and just not so boldly intense in person. So now I'm like, I gotta get a separate one now for my kit because I really have fallen in love with the metallics, and then I'm gonna go back and play with the cooler tone and stuff, but I have really fell in love with them. They just add like a little glimmer of hope. Yeah, so let's go on number 10 on top. So I'm gonna miss that one as well. Very careful, and then kind of let's overlay it because it gives like a little shimmer. See? All right, so now we're gonna go back into the Master Mattes, and we're gonna go back to warm it up with number 9. So just kind of where the shimmer and stuff meet, just softening those areas, but the glitter kind of like twinkles over it, and I love it. So there's that. We're gonna dust off of this glitter that has fallen. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the black eyeliner. I'm gonna use the one from Makeup Forever and just apply it in the waterline. Just gonna take like a little pencil brush to kind of manipulate. So I'm just gonna go over it one more time. Take the pencil brush and smudge it along the lash line. But when I'm smudging it, I'm gonna mix number 9 and 10 together. Tap off the excess and kind of smudge out that liner. So it's not a harsh line, it's just kind of like soft line. Okay, So with this, I'm also going to tight line so that it's kind of a little bit more seamless with the lashes. Alright, so we do have a new mascara. This one is by Benefit. This is the Fan Fest mascara. This is supposed to be fanning and volumizing mascara. So let's see, I'm applying lashes. So, you know, I really don't care too much about the mascara, but I still like to feel like it's giving me something. Did I just contradict myself? Maybe. I feel like I still like my Fenty better. Not gonna lie, I do like how it grips and holds the lashes while trying to pull it through. It kind of reminded me of the Huda one, where it kind of like, I feel like the Huda grip was a little bit more intense on their lash brush. This is not as intense, but I do feel like it grabs the lashes. If you have naturally long lashes, you'll probably love this mascara. It's not bad on me, but I kind of like the Fenty a little bit more. Alright, so we're just going to go back to these lashes that I got from Amazon and apply these. I will leave them linked below. They're really pretty, really fluffy, really flirty. I just have to cut off the end. Alright, lashes are on. Let's move on to blush, cheeks, and lips. So, for blush, I think I want to go in with this one from Pat McGrath. I have two. I feel like I always use this one. So I always use this one. This is like the perfect everyday blush for women with melanin. Like super pretty, super pretty, super pretty. Just a nice peachy, just, I don't know, it's just pretty. So I think I'm gonna go with this. This one is called, the one that I love so much is called Paradise Venus, which is this one. This one is called Paradise Glow. So this has like a little bit of the Paradise Venus, I think, mixed in with it. Probably not, just a little bit warmer when I look at them. And then it has like a little bit of a glowing effect. So we're just gonna mix those two together. A little bit goes a very long way. And kind of top off the cheeks. Just, I don't too much care about going a little heavier on blush, because it is the first thing to kind of like fade away. All right, so we are going to mist the face to kind of get some of these powders and bring the glow back through, and we're gonna highlight. So, I never feel this mist, so I always go overboard with the spray. So I'm just gonna go back over, bringing back all of this glow, all of the skin, lightly pressing, not pressing too hard to leave indentation, just kind of like hard enough. So we're gonna highlight, and to highlight, I'm gonna go in with the NARS highlighter in Fort de France, and I found this at Marshall's, so that's one of the reasons I'm using it. If it is around, I'll link it below. If it's not, I'll try to find a dupe. It's literally just like a goldish light gold, so super, it's like a soft, there we go, see, it's just so pretty, so pretty. Cheeks. This is definitely more of like a wet looking highlighter versus a glittery looking highlighter. Perfect to kind of mimic the eyes. And boom. Yes. I'm gonna soften my nose because I don't want it to be Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer up in here. We'll save that for Christmas. but so pretty. What's gonna go on the lips? You guys remember when YouTube first started? Well, not first started, but when I first started in the YouTube world and stuff, it was like the thing to highlight your Cupid's bow, right, and your lip. And I don't even know if that's still a thing. Who knows? All right, so for lips, we're going to use, what are we gonna use? Brown, nude, you know my vibes. This is NYX Espresso, it's just a brown lip liner. Take a little bit of the black lip liner to deepen it up. Here's a little. Brown again to go back and soften. So just darken up the tone of the brown. See? We just wanted to darken the brown. That's all I used the black for, was to deepen it up. I just wanted a little bit. Let's talk about it a little too much. Let's go. Boom. All right, lipstick. Where is it? It is the, I know I was looking for that one. My lipstick is ahead. They pull. For lipstick, we're gonna go in with the Too Faced Cocoa Bold Lipstick in Buttercream. So this packaging, super heavy and super heavy in weight, and it is just so pretty, so pretty. So this is what this is what Buttercream looks like. It's a nice kind of peachy color. It's like a satin. Alright, then we're gonna take this Juicy Tube from Lancome, and this is the Juicy Tube in Hallucination, and go over it. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and talk about the new concealer. I know I said I was gonna do a lot to the eyes, and it just kind of took a turn of its own. It's still not a lot. It was like 3 shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4 shadows, kind of. Anywho, let's get to the concealer. So initially when I applied the concealer, I love the texture, I love the consistency, I love how it blends it out. I love that I only had to dip once and I was able to get underneath my eyes, my nose, the center of my face, my chin. I covered a lot of areas with just one dip in without even having to dip back in. I do have on 3 layers. So I have 2 of the darkest, which is the 46 and then I have 1 layer of the lighter one to kind of brighten a little bit more, which was the 38. I feel like it layered very, very pretty. Initially, it's gonna give you like a medium, like a light medium coverage. So light medium going into medium coverage, and then you can build, I feel like, very well with this concealer. I love how it looks. It's set very pretty. I don't agree with the claims of it being crease proof, only because when I let it sit because I did my bronzer first, it started to settle. So for me personally, I never expect a concealer to be crease proof because we all have lines, fine lines under our eyes. However, with that being said, I do expect concealers not to settle and break apart in those lines. I just kind of want them to go with, flow nicely and play nicely underneath my eyes, if that makes any sense. So I love how this concealer looks. It definitely gave me more medium full coverage, but I built it up. I love the colors that I chose. I probably can go a little bit deeper for more the natural run out the door days, which I actually probably am going to do because I do love how it went on. I don't I can't speak to the claim of how long it's going to wear. I would have to honestly wear it, which I think I'm gonna do on my Instagram. So if you would like to see how it wears, like a wear test, head over to IG, and I think I'm gonna do that this weekend. So yeah, I love how it looks. I love how this makeup look turned out. Love his eyes. I definitely am going to put that back into my kit. I love the sparkles in there. I just feel like it gives like such a nice, wet, girly, dainty look. I feel like that was the only thing that was really, no, that was not the only thing that was new. Trying out again this Patrick, where is he? I think, oh, right here. This Patrick tie thing, I'm not obsessed. Don't really care for it. It's definitely not gonna stay in my collection. I wish I could return it, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. So that's not staying. I'm not crazy about it. I don't know, not a fan, too tough about it. The Pillow Talk, I love this. Love this. I feel like it plays really well. This is going to be something that you can throw on and go to like a nice luminous glow. This could be for the person that doesn't want to wear a lot of makeup. This can be for the person that does like to wear a lot of makeup. I feel like this would be very pretty on the skin. It is actually very pretty on the skin. Mascara from Benefit, the Fan Fest mascara. It is a nice mascara. I don't have any issues with it. I still love my Fenty a little bit more. Would I like completely say you don't need this? You don't need anything, but it's a nice mascara. If you just are in the market to look for a new mascara to see if it works for you, definitely try it out. I don't see the harm in trying it. I just like my Fenty a lot more. I love how the brush held onto my lashes and pulled through. It had a nice little hold. It reminded me of the Huda hold. I just feel like the Huda hold gripped a lot tighter to my lashes and like literally pulled through. So I felt like my lash was getting evenly coated in a nice coat of mascara with that Huda one. So yeah, I don't know if this is the time of mascaras. Mascaras is coming out because Too Faced just came out with the Foreplay, the primer. It's just a lot of mascaras coming out right now. So yeah, anywho, it's a nice mascara. It was okay. I still prefer my Fenty. Try it out if you want to. If you don't like it, return it. And I feel like, oh, the lipstick, I love how the lipstick looks from Too Faced. Too Faced, I really never had really issues with their lipsticks. So yeah, cool with me, cool with me, cool with me. I think that was it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that post notification bell so you stay up to date every time I upload and you don't miss the upload. And yeah, until next time, bye guys.